So excited to be here with you. It is Mat Chat time, and that means that I am going to answer as many of your questions in 17 minutes as possible. So to get started, our first question, which I'm sure a lot of you have in common, is snacking at nighttime. The struggle is real, I get it. Late night snacking, learning how to stop eating at night, it's a struggle. So here's what I want to make sure you do. One, make sure you're having a dinner that satiates you. It's balanced, it's got its protein, its fat, its fiber. You're feeling good after dinner. No need to have desserts after you eat your dinner. That is occasional. And if you're going to have a dessert, a treat, make sure that it's something that is healthy. Absolutely. Now, when you go to a restaurant every now and then, indulge and have some of a dessert. Don't order a whole dessert for yourself. Another idea is go to bed. Yes, you're probably staying up too late. Your body needs fuel every 3 to 4 hours minimally. If you're staying up late, your body is naturally going to trigger you to think that it needs something to fuel it, to give it energy. So make sure you're doing that. Number 3, break your association with eating and your hunger cues that are triggering these routines. In other words, if you have a routine of sliding into some comfortable clothes after dinner or after work, and getting loose and whatever, vegging out in front of the TV for hours and just zoning out while you're having snacks, reconsider this routine. In fact, if you can't imagine TV time without eating, reconsider what you're doing after dinner. Make sure that the activities are something that are helpful. Go for a walk, brush your teeth, have some tea, read a book. Move yourself off the couch. And then another idea is to transition your snacks. If you've been eating snacks for years, then to think that you're just going to poof, not do it. That may not be realistic. But what you can do instead is maybe consider what type of snacks you're having and what you've been doing. So maybe have some berries instead. Get a cup of berries. It's awesome. It's going to have its fiber. It's going to make you feel full, and it's sweet. Just make sure you're not having those chips and cookies. All right. Another question that came in this week was, I eat a lot when I'm tired. I'm finding that I'm eating when I'm tired. So I've got a couple of tips here for that. So eating on a regular basis is a natural remedy that will help you to get untired. But what you're eating may be the cue. If what you're having is carb loaded, if you start your day with a bagel or some kind of toast, you are naturally going to fall into a sugar-causing crave and cycle throughout the day. So instead, make sure that you are having something that is satiating, full, and makes you feel good. I, for one, do not eat breakfast in the morning. I break my fast instead. And I didn't just go poof into eating a 16 or an 18-hour window break. It took time. So give yourself time to try that and transition into intermittent fasting. Exercising is another natural remedy that helps people to not feel tired, and it helps you to re-energize yourself. So make sure you're getting your 17-minute workout every single day. I definitely recommend morning time as it will leap you ahead, fuel you, and get that metabolic burn going the entire day. I also love taking pictures on our phone. I call it a food freedom photo log. If you start taking pictures of what you're eating before you eat it, if it's that handful of chips and then you take another handful of chips, sometimes we don't even realize what we're doing. But every time we reach for food, if we train ourselves to take a picture of our food, you're more apt to see what you're doing and how to remedy it. Another thing is obviously If you're overweight, you're going to feel exhausted all the time, and it's going to drive you to more bad habits. So definitely work on those good habits that are going to help you to move away from the weight loss. Putting on muscle, doing your resistance band training with the power bands, awesome. The last tip is make sure that you're not dehydrated. Dehydration causes sleepiness. So if you're dehydrated, you're definitely going to feel lethargic and then maybe go for food as that bolster to give you that energy. All right. Another question that came in today was eating because you deserve it. Now, this is a huge topic. This one deserves 17 minutes unto itself, if not an hour. But you don't deserve to eat. You eat because your body requires energy. When you change your mindset from eating for pleasure, and I'm not saying not to enjoy what you're eating, but when you change your mindset into eating for a strong, healthy body, your choices are going to be different. Your experiences are going to be different. I'm not going to pretend that I've ever been diagnosed with an eating disorder. In fact, I haven't been. But I actively sought that I had behaviors back in my early college years all the way through to my late 20s that had consequences on my body and on my eating habits. As a fitness coach today whose passion is empowering people, women in particular, to realize their abilities, I hope that by sharing some of my self-perceptions and my memories can help you draw parallels so that you do not feel alone. Everyone has a different experience and goals, and I'm not going to give advice on the training or the eating. I merely want to create a discussion about your food, your relationship with food, and your body, and I open you to send me a message and have a conversation about it. I decided that I wasn't enough, and I started trying to change the way that my body was. I got heavy into bodybuilding and changed over my eating habits. But I can tell you that still I would just devour like a half a loaf of bread, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, whatever, because I was starving myself from nutrition. So make sure that you're giving your body nutrient-dense food. And you know what, sister? You deserve to have a healthy meal. You deserve to have healthy treats. Just make sure that they're in proportion with what your goals are. Another one that had come in is not going to bed early enough. Who raises their hand on this one? Developing evening routines is essential. And every now and then I find myself looking at the clock and saying, holy cow, it's 11:15, it's 11:30. I wake up between 5:30 and 5:45. So that is not enough sleep. Bedtime routines are a well-documented effective strategy for improving your sleep. So take notice of what time you're going to sleep. Incorporating relaxation activities before bed is super amazing and will help your habits with your overall sleeping patterns. So here's a couple of tips that I have for that. One, take a warm shower or a bath, and this will help to de-stress. I want you to breathe while you're in there, releasing all other thoughts, really concentrating on your breath and the oxygen flowing through your body. I do the same thing when I hit the pillow. I really focus in on my breath, saying all my intentions, my gratitudes, my prayers and blessings as I'm just concentrating slowly on my breath. This also helps to lower your core body temperature, which will help you to sleep faster and have better quality sleep. Meditation, of course. I do an active breathing meditation. Meditation can be a guided meditation or with music or with nothing. Just know that whatever type of meditation works for you is the best one. There's also many different breathing techniques, and that is a whole nother conversation as well. Listening to music, quieting down your environment, darkening your environment, turning off your blue lights. Guys, do not check your phones before you go to sleep. Get off your social media, get off TV, and do not watch the news. I don't know about you, but generally I find the news to be disheartening and causes me types of anxiety. Definitely not an environment building for relaxation and improved sleep. A couple of other things are some other healthy sleep tips that will help you have a better night's sleep. Keep your room dark, lower the temperature in your home, get in some cozy clothes, eliminate noises. Some people even put white noise machines or that have sounds of the ocean or different types of sounds that help them to relax. Reserve your bedroom for sleeping, and you know what? Do not do work on your bed. If you have a desk in your room, in your bedroom, remove it. Allow yourself to have a very tranquil, relaxed environment that is made for sleep. I do not also warrant watching TV from bed. That's a personal thing. I have slept great since I've stopped it, so let that be it. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Who are you out there who have those ups and downs, tired all day long, and just fuel yourself with sugary types of things or coffee, some kind of caffeine? No, no, no. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but having a late day latte is going to change over and stimulate you for up to 6 hours. So there's a couple of little sleep aids that are awesome out there. I, for one, do not like melatonin. It is a natural hormone in our body, but I don't like to regulate it by adding melatonin to it. Instead, there is a couple of products by our good friends at Life Extension. One is called Enhanced Sleep Without Melatonin. They have one called Circadian Sleep, and they also have an Herbal Sleep PM. These are 3 amazing ones. I also love Sleepy Time Tea. You can find it on the shelves of Publix or Target. And lastly, aromatherapy. Aromatherapy has been a very tranquil and relaxing way. And you're taking like an active participation in doing all these things. I, for one, love valerian. You can also do a valerian tea. Lavender is one of those go-tos. Bergamot is another one that has been shown to induce sleep, but it also has an active aroma, so check it out before you do it. Roman chamomile and clary sage. These are all exceptional aromatherapies that you might find helpful. I hope that this call has been helpful for you. It is always going to stick within 17 minutes. Ask your questions during your workout classes or send an Ask Becca in our playground, and I'll be sure to include your questions in our next Mat Chat. Until next time, create your best day ever. Oops. Stop recording.